Who is Anika Nilles? Meet Rush's new Virtuosic drummer. When the initial wave of shock wore off this morning, that Geddy Lee and Alex Lifeson are touring as Rush next year, most fans turned their attention to who will be taking on the absurdly difficult task of replacing the late Neil Peart behind the kit. The answer? German virtuoso, Anika Nilles. We could not be more excited to introduce her to our loyal and dedicated Rush fan base, Lee said in a statement, whom we know will give her every chance to live up to that near impossible role. In a video accompanying the tour announcement, Lee explained how he came into contact with Nilles. "How do we replace someone who is irreplaceable?" he asked. "I had heard from Scully, my bass tech, who had been on tour with Jeff Beck. He had been working with this drummer named Anika Nilles. He mentioned how impressive she was, how talented and musical she was, and powerful. And I think Alex and I, playing with her, started to put a charge on us. We heard our songs coming back to life. It was only once we had those successful rehearsal sessions with her that I felt, yes, we can do this, and we can do justice to this, and this is going to be fun." Nilles is a familiar name to true drum aficionados, and she has 225,000 followers on her YouTube channel, where she showcases her seriously impressive chops and jams with figures like guitarist Joshua De La Victoria and drummer Kaz Rodriguez. But she's largely unknown to most rock fans, even if they saw her play with Jeff Beck in 2022. Nilles has been drumming since early childhood, and she took to the instrument with great ease. "Drumming are such a physical instrument," she told 15 Questions. "It's all about coordinating your limbs and having a clear idea of the rhythms and sounds you want to create. For me, drumming often feels like yoga. It's just me and the drums, and everything else fades away for a while. That's really liberating." At age 16, she told her parents that she wanted to play drums for a living. They said, No, she recalled to The Beat in 2023. "You need to do something serious first." So I studied social work for 5 years and became a preschool teacher. It was fun, it gave me the chance to be creative, and I got a really good job offer after my final exam, but I had to think carefully about my situation. She didn't quit to pursue music full-time until she was in her late 20s. She told Modern Drummer in 2017, "I always knew that I wasn't that happy at that job. But when you get money and you are safe, it's not that easy to quit." After leaving her preschool job, Nilles enrolled in the popular music program at Popak Academy Baden-Württemberg in Mannheim, Germany. "When I practiced at the university, I would close the doors and cover the windows so no one could see who was playing. I hated the idea that people could hear me failing. But at some point, I realized that I was making real progress, both mentally and in my drumming,